Hey there, I'm Jill Allen, and this is Find Your Fierce, the show designed for women to discover your fierce, unlock an unstoppable mindset, build unbreakable courage, and completely transform how you show up every single day. Each week, I will bring ideas, methods, and strategies that will inspire you to step into your greatness and live life on purpose. Let's be fit, fierce, and unstoppable.
Hey there, gang. Welcome to Find Your Fierce. So glad that you are here with me as the new year is starting off, and I hope you are having a wonderful, fired up week. Glad that you are here today. And today is so full of so much hope and excitement and new opportunity, and it can be a game changer of a day, but we need to make sure that our mind and our heart are in check. And you're going to love these next few minutes because this just may be the fire that you are needing to break through. Always a little straight talk followed up with love that will hopefully give you the clarity and the full belief that there is so much available to you in 2023, and it's time to take it to the next level. But before we go any further, I have to ask, are you wanting to host a retreat, a women's gathering, a leadership event, or are you needing a speaker for an upcoming event or conference? If so, I am your person. I can help you with that. I would love to bring the Find Your Fierce message to your next adventure. So to book your event, message me at jill@jillallencoaching.com. And I love that you are here listening in and spending a few minutes of your day with me. And I thank you for sharing your favorite episodes on your social media. I enjoy your reviews and the feedback that you give as well. And if you could keep on doing that, that would be incredible because you are helping this movement as it helps reach more women and it impacts more lives. And that is certainly what life is all about. So thank you again. So let's dive in. Are you ready? Let me ask you this. If you knew the secret to getting rich and it wouldn't cost you anything to share it, would you? If you could go back 10 years and tell everyone you love to invest in Apple or in Amazon, wouldn't you go do that? Wouldn't you want to be the one who shared the good news that would multiply their investment by over, 2,000%? But you didn't know 10 years ago, did you? And if you could rewind time and keep yourself from stepping into that epic mistake, and if you could rewind time and keep yourself from stepping into that epic mistake or falling for the wrong person or making that terrible choice out of desperation, what would you say? Would you tell yourself how there's something so much better for you? Would you tell yourself how better days are going to come? Or would you tell yourself how you will make it through and life will go on? I mean, if we could go back and tell others a few things, if we could go back and tell ourselves a few things, life would be different today, wouldn't it? And I would own a boatload of Amazon stock. I would have avoided a few relationships and invested more in others. And I wouldn't have wasted an ounce of those precious years worrying about things that would all work out anyway. But we can't rewind time. We can't go back and we can't go right or wrongs. I mean, we can't undo bad choices and regrets. But let me tell you about someone and something that can. It's Jesus, guys. He's so much richer than Amazon stock. He's the greatest secret weapon that you could ever carry around. He can take broken dreams and wasted years and he can breathe new life into them. He can tell the past to disappear. He could give you a fresh start. He can take every wrong turn that you've ever taken and work it all out for your good. He can make a way where there has never even been a way. He can turn the impossible into more than possible. He can turn it into done. But how do I know all this? Guys, because he's done it for me. Jesus has done all of this in my life, and what he's done for me, he can do for you. And let's reflect for a moment. What has he done for you? What has he set you free from? Where did he come in and rescue you? How much love and grace has he given you? What has he saved you from? What has he saved for you? What was beyond repair, yet somehow redeemed? What worked when it shouldn't have worked? What crazy request is now your reality? I mean, have you forgotten what he's done for you? Have you been telling others about what he has done for you? And as much as I would like to go back 10 years and tell us all to buy Amazon or Apple stock, I would like even more to go back and tell us about Jesus. I mean, it would save us so much stress, So much heartache, so many wrong choices made in desperation or stupidity. I mean, if we only knew Jesus was working it all out, if we only knew Jesus was holding it all in the palm of his hand, that he was on the scene and working in the details, that we would have peace. Then when we walked those hard roads, we would be strengthened because we would know the road was leading somewhere with a greater purpose. Then when shame came knocking on our door, when the reminders of our guilt, we would refuse to invite that shame in because we know Jesus has already redeemed it all. Oh man, if we could just go back. But today is the future's 10 years ago. Today will become the yesterday that we wish we would get back to. Today we could choose to live differently and impact what is to come. So today, let's talk about Jesus. Let's focus on what he does, who he is. And I mean, if you are tired, if you are exhausted, trying to carry all your burdens and worries, trying to carry it all on your shoulders, if you feel empty, if you feel any shame, if you are desperate, if you are at the end of your rope, guys, there's another way. You are not alone, but are you willing? Are you willing to let Jesus change your life? A few weeks ago at small group at church, we meet on Thursday mornings, we were talking about what we could do, what we were willing to commit to or to work on each day. There were suggestions thrown out there, like such as, listening to worship music or daily devotion and reading the Bible or praying with others. Yet the one that stuck out to me the most was to share your testimony, to tell and show others about Jesus. That was the one that I knew immediately I needed to work on. I did all the other. I read the Bible. I pray with people. I, listen to worship music in the car, in the home. I read my daily devotions. But telling others about my testimony, that is what I know I needed to work on. And I truly believe, I believe that our actions, the way we treat others, how we help others, the way we speak, how we show up each day is the only way that we can really, I shouldn't say only, is the way to tell others about Jesus. That is what speaks volumes to me, is how people act and how they show up in the world. And I got to thinking, I am so thankful someone told me about him. It changed my life, and if we have something to change someone's entire world, why would we not want to share him with others? A friend of mine who just a few short months before told me she was not big into her faith. Okay, it wasn't necessarily a priority. That night we had such a wonderful conversation, so blessed to be able to talk with others, like normal, real talk. Called me the other day. She's on a tough road right now. And she asked me to pray with her, for her. And on the days that you feel like you don't want to speak up, that your story doesn't matter, that what you do, is it even worth it? It makes you question, or does it even make a difference? I am here to tell you guys, do it anyway, because it does. Because God is working. He changes lives. And we can be that billboard that says, if he did this for me, he can do it for you. Who better to help someone through a hardship than a woman who has walked that same hard road? Who better to minister to a hurting soul than one who personally knows that same hurt? Who better to talk about grace than the one who has needed a whole lot of grace in her life, on her journey, and received it every time? This year, today, let's talk about the one that can change lives. And I'm not talking about the fire hose where you scare people off and talk that is not relatable. We need to be real. We need to be down to earth. We need to be able to connect. But you could be the voice speaking to someone's heart today that changes the trajectory of their life 10 years from now. How special would that be? And maybe the person you need to tell today is actually you. Tell yourself about Jesus. Remind yourself of all that he's done for you, and know deep within your heart he will do it again. Psalm 77, verse 11, it says, I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago. Tell yourself of his strong love, his grace that is absolutely free, how he will wipe away the tears from the broken dreams and the wasted years. He can tell your past to disappear. He can take all the wrong turns that we wish that we could go back and undo and work them all for your good. Tell yourself he already paid the price to remove the guilt and the shame so that we have no right to drag it around with us today. I can say this because he has done all of that for me. I know what he's done for me. And while this new year, new me mantra is still going strong right now, I know there are so many of us searching for change, for that new mindset, a fresh start, and that you are on a mission to discover who you really are, to find yourself, to find the massive game changer. And I get it. I absolutely love new beginnings, all the personal development, and the quest of learning more about ourselves. But I'm not sure if we need another book telling us about personality type, or that we don't need to redo our Enneagram number or a personality color or discover who we are. We don't need to learn necessarily about ourselves this year. What if we shift the focus? That it's right in front of us, always has been. What if we learn more about our Creator in 2023, the only one who saves, the only one that brings the ultimate peace without understanding, the one who redeems, and the one who loves unconditionally? Knowing more about yourself won't bring you more joy or for you to live with less anxiety and less stress. It won't bring you more peace. All the self-help books in the world won't make you a better human or to level up when it comes to serving and loving on others. And if I'm a betting gal, learning more about Jesus will. And the best part, and the ironic part about all of it, getting to know who Jesus is will teach you his ways, to teach you how to live more like him. And if I take a wild guess that there will be a few things that you might think that, hey, that's just who I am, that's just who you are, but they actually contradict and they push back on what God wants you to actually be. So this year, flip the script once again. Instead of learning more about yourself this year, learn more about Jesus and allow him to transform you into who you should be. And if you don't already know him, get to know him. And if you do, remember the power in telling your own self about Jesus and then share him with the world. Let him change your life. Let him change others' lives. 10 years just changed. 10 years from now looks a whole lot different because you know about Jesus. And he is the 10-year game changer. If you're wanting more fire in your day, there's so much for you to do. So you can follow me on Instagram, snag a copy of my book Set Free on Amazon, join us in Fit and Fierce, work out and train with us just 20 minutes a day for $20 a month, or the Flip the Script one-on-one nutrition coaching. And if you love to travel and if you are wanting to do your own road trip, you can hop in our Sprinter van that sleeps up to 5 and hit the open road. And what about our next mission trip? We are heading to Hawaii in June. Will you join our mission team? Be sure to go to JillAllenCoaching.com for all updates and join the Just Breathe Facebook group. We would love to connect with you. Heads up on the next episode, we will continue the new series, so be sure to pop back in next week. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I pray that I filled your heart with joy. And if you could let me know before hopping off here today, that would be incredible. Subscribe, share this episode link on your social media if you felt encouraged or inspired, as we all know someone that can benefit, and I would love it if you would give some feedback and a review as well. Talk with you next time. Be fit, be fierce, be unstoppable. See ya.